and welcome to round 5 of the Apex Online Assetto Corsa Competizione Season 4. This is Tier 7 and the race tonight takes place at Spa Francorchamps in Belgium. The weather report for this week was indicated there'd be cold track and rain, but as it happens we've got to race day. It's a warm sunny day, the track temperature is 27 degrees and there's no indication of rain on the horizon. So will that affect our competitors who prepared for a wet race? If we look at the Drivers' Championship going into this race, Connor leads the way at the moment in his Lamborghini with 316 points, followed closely by Saxondale in his Bentley at 270 points, and in third place is Nins in the McLaren with 264 points. And on the Teams' Championship, currently in front is Beeswax Racing with 482 points, followed by Team Gently Bentley, and coming up from behind is Visually Impaired Racing. And at the start of the race, Nins qualified on pole and leads out the rolling start, but immediately slips back, swamped by the other drivers. Wilson pulls away in front, and then Hees, Tagarin and Eugene are all pressing on Nins as he drives up towards Les Coombs. And looking back at the start again a little bit further down the field, we're going to follow Martin, who remember is in second place on the Drivers' Championship. Didn't qualify quite so well, a bit further down in the middle of the pack. Dropping down towards Eau Rouge, there's a collision. There's cars across the track, but it doesn't look too bad. Nobody's held up for too long, and most people get away pretty quickly. But Martin, second place on the Drivers' Championship, effectively starts the race from the back of the field. Still on the opening lap, Daly is attacking Domi 64. Daly goes wide as Domi and Crawford come together and are off the track. Daly gains a place. On lap 3, Crawford's making an attack on George. Coming up behind him on Blanchimont on the approach to the bus stop. Crawford gets a good exit, goes around the inside and gets into the bus stop first, takes the place and moves up into 16th position. Lap 4, we're with Marquez, who's about to be attacked from behind by Kravchenok. And they're on Blanchimont again on the approach to the bus stop. Kravchenok tries a very ambitious move up the inside, outbrakes himself and has a mini spin. Marquez keeps his position in 6th place. And Kravchenok drops 2 places owing to his small spin. We're on lap 8 with George. Just in front of him is David Daly, number 195. And George gets a better exit onto Blanchimont, gets up the inside and makes a good clean pass. A long way before the bus stop chicane. Lap 9, and Eugene is attacking Bezic from behind on the Blanchimont straight again. Gets a good line on the inside of the corner, pushes through and has a good position before the entry into the bus stop chicane. You can see Kravchenok just in the background, also attempts his outbraking manoeuvre again, but this time makes it stick and also gets past Bezic on the way into the bus stop. Lap 11, and Danny Winspur being attacked by Murphy in number 35 on the way up into Les Combes, but Winspur takes the better wider line, and Murphy's pinned himself on the inside, can't get the corner, and Winspur holds on to the position. It's lap 12, and M is attacking Salvagno. Once again, coming into Blanchimont. Looks like M got a better exit. Salvagno was on a bad line, and M sweeps around the outside to take the position a long way before the bus stop chicane. It's lap 16, and Ben Kinder's attacking Alex Marquez. Gets up it inside of Pouon, and a brave move, because there's not good grip on the inside of Pouon. Gets past Marquez and is in front before they reach campus. And it's a strong, firm overtake to move Kinder up into 5th place. Lap 20, and Domi 64 is attacking Steve Allen. On the way up the Kemmel Straight, Allen gets a little bit of a slide on going through Eau Rouge, and Domi gets the inside line. He's got better speed all the way up the Kemmel Straight and gets to Les Combes first, takes the position and moves himself up into 18th place. Lap 22, and Barr is making an attack on Dukes. Once again, it's out of Eau Rouge and coming up the Kemmel Straight. This time, Barr's taken the outside line, forcing Dukes onto the inside, making it a tighter corner for Les Combes, but even before they get there, Barr's in front, moving him up into 7th place. Lap 22, it's Crawford versus Salvagno again. Once again, coming out of Eau Rouge and up the Kemmel Straight. Looks like Crawford's got a better bit of speed, but Salvagno's not giving up. And it looks like they make contact. Salvagno's off to the side, but keeps the car going in a straight direction. Crawford's now in front by the time they reach Les Combes. Crawford's taken the place. That should move him into 23rd position. Lap number 25, and Heiss is attacking Brakovic, and once again up the Kemmel Straight. That's where all the action is on this race. It's pretty close to Les Combes, but Heiss is taking the inside line. Looks like Brakovic is not going to get round, and Heiss has taken the place, and that's an important move. That moves Heiss into 7th. Once again on lap 25, it's Nins and Wilson side by side going down Blanchimont on approach to the bus stop. And in what turns out to be a critical move for the result of this race, Nins is on the inside, outbrakes, gets into the bus stop just ahead of Wilson and makes the pass stick on the way into La Source. Lap 27, and it's Eugene on Brakovic again. Once again, we're coming out of Eau Rouge, coming up the Kemmel Straight. Eugene's got better speed on the inside and will beat Brakovic into Les Combes, taking that position. That will move Eugene into P8, P7 even. Lap 29. Heiss is coming up of Eau Rouge, and Kinder's just in front of him. But he's got much better speed. Don't know if Kinder's just come out of the pits, but Heiss is on the outside, approaching Les Combes. This is a big move for positions. The leaderboard on the side was showing Kinder in 4th place and Heath in 6th. So Heath moves all the way up to 4th and Kinder's now in 5th. Winspur is dropped down to 6th. And we'll see these three battling for quite some time before the end of the race. Lap 32 and the freeway battle between Heath, Kinder and Winspur continues. They're on the approach into Stavelot, going through campus. Heath has got a slightly better inside line, keeps Kinder on the outside, gets better acceleration and just gets into Stavelot first as they exit and enter the Blanchimont straight back towards the bus stop chicane again. Lap 33 and the battle still continues, this time on the way up the Kemmel straight towards Lecombe. Kinder makes an ambitious move, just catches Heath, who manages to hang on to it. But Kinder lets him back through again, but Winspur takes advantage and dives through the middle. And the three of them are still close together, but now Winspur's in the lead position. These three are behind the still leading three of Nins, Wilson and Barr. Lap 12, and M is attacking Steve Allen on the back of Blanchimont. Gets the inside line on the approach to the bus stop chicane. Nicely outbrakes Steve, takes the inside line, gets round the bus stop chicane first and accelerates away down the start-finish straight to take the position. Lap 34, Eugene's just going through Eau Rouge when he can see Wilson coming out the pits just ahead of him. Wilson having to serve a drive-through penalty for cutting the track. Eugene's got much better speed than Wilson, who's only just getting back up to speed. Takes the inside line quite easily on the way up to Lecombe. And Wilson's had a disaster there with that penalty. That will put him all the way down into 7th position. And he was in 2nd. Lap 34 and Marquez is attacking Brakovic once again up the Kemmel straight, again where all the action was happening in this race. Very last second going into Lecombe, gets the inside line. Brakovic loses the position and Marquez moves himself up into 14th place. Lap 35, Marquez again attacking Allen. Marquez on a real charge towards the end of the race. Allen just went off track there, so making it too easy for Marquez to come through. Marquez now moves up into 13th position. Lap 35 and Martin is battling with Legrand for 19th and 20th position. We're on the Blanchimont straight, just approaching the bus stop. Martin gets the inside line, outbrakes Legrand, but outbrakes himself, slightly overdoes it. That allows Legrand to attack back. And on the start-finish straight, turns into a drag race into La Source as to who will get the position. Just as we're about to find out, looks like Martin at the outside. We cut towards Nins. This is the end of the race, and Nins is a good 30 seconds, I believe, in front. He's coming into the bus stop chicane and into the final corner, coming across the start-finish line to take his first victory for season 4, and his first victory, I believe, in ACC in any of the seasons. Nins wins at Spa Francorchamps, and I think we need to put in the comments below what our marks are out of 10 for that donut attempt. I'm not convinced that it's a very good score. I would blame the yellow colour of that car if I was you, Nins. Martin certainly tries to show his appreciation for the donut, but I think he was just being kind. So coming out of this round, lost the position with the championship table. And Nins moves to the front with 365 points. Connell had a bad result today, finishing in 17th place. That drops him back down to 2nd. And Saxondale Martins also had a bad result. That drops him back down to 3rd. The rest of the table, a little bit of a shake-up. And for the teams competition, Beeswax Racing with Nin's victory really move ahead, over 100 points ahead of Team Gently Bentley. Next week's race will be at Misano, a normal 1 hour race. Well, we'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed the race tonight.